Hello and welcome to another episode of Duos in Destiny, where two Dungeons and Dragons play, Logan and Brandon. And I am your host, Dungeon. I'm a little confused at this point, but regardless of what I'm confused about, you're in the clear on where you are, Duos in Destiny. And here we play a Spelljammer homebrew campaign, homebrewed by yours truly, the Dungeon Master, Logan. Without any further ado, I want to give a special shout out to the man you hear behind me right now. Oh! Not the screaming man in the closet. The man playing the music, Jason Wardell of In the Vast Forest on Spotify and Bandcamp. Please go check him out because you too should be doing your homework, homebrewing, planning your sessions, playing your sessions, driving 4.5 hours across country to Jason Wardell of In the Vast Forest on Spotify and Bandcamp.
It's a smaller country if you can make it in 4.5 hours, but if you can, good for you.
That's literally across the state, yeah.
For us here in the States, that's barely across.
But over you across the pond. Couldn't even tell you what accent that was either, so sorry for all the offensiveness that I just created.
Blasted, yeah.
Yeah, regardless, listen to his music on Spotify and Bandcamp. That's In the Vast Forest, if you didn't hear it the first time I said it, or the second time, or the third time right now, In the Vast Forest on Spotify and Bandcamp. He's great. And so are we. But do you know who's even greater? Roll for Sketching. Man, I don't know if she's actually that great. I'm just kidding, Laura. Roll for Sketching on Instagram. She does all of our custom character artwork. Anything from our logos to the mug logo, the characters, the ship,
everything.
Our avatars, literally everything that we have asked her to do, she's been able to. She's patient, way too patient with me, with the amount of things that I ask her to do. But at the end of the day, most importantly to you, is that she is awesome, and also she does commissions. So please reach out to her and just say, hey, Duos in Destiny sent me. And then she'll know that you're also a total pain.
No, that's just Logan.
It's just me, literally just me. But I digress. Thank you for letting me gress. I'll pass it over to him before I get too off in the weeds.
Okay, as we can see, Logan is on one a little bit there. My name is Brandon, and I'm your player here on Commander's Log.
He's the dragon.
And moreover, we thank you for joining us for episode number 57.
57.
5-7.
Oh, that kind of worked.
5-7.
5-7.
5-7, right?
Go home.
Is that what
Actually,
the kids do?
Campaign's over, guys.
Hopefully in
I hate
like
to tell you.
4 years, somebody's watching this thing. What's 5-7?
Yeah.
And it's nothing, actually.
I can't
I'm
wait for
making a
episode
joke on
67.
6-7. Too funny. But
Not funny.
if you've made it this far, hey, I really hope you're following us on some type of socials. But if you haven't, go
What are
below.
you doing?
Smash the subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the like for the video. Appreciate all that love. Hit a comment down there. Type something. Hey, Logan, you're kind of weird. Hey, Brandon, you're awesome. Something like that would be cool. Then hit those links. Go to Facebook. Go to TikTok. Go to Instagram. Go to Spotify.
Patreon.
If you love us enough and you're looking for some material, our Patreon, we put a lot of effort into it. We will have, as of now, I guess we will have stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So things will be out. We will have all sorts of things. Depending on what tier you choose, you'll have access to all sorts of different things. And we hope that it'll be worth your while. And if you want to support us, just to support us, we would ever be so grateful. But if not, no obligations, right?
You can also just support us and then forget about that monthly subscription, and then that little bit of money, those $3 or whatever, it's never there, right?
It's a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Which,
Honestly,
today's world.
though,
Yeah, in today's
I mean,
world, yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for the cup of coffee, friends.
But all jokes aside, if you have that in your heart, we couldn't thank you enough. But without further ado, let's just really break it into tonight's episode of Commander's Log with a recap of last time on Commander's Log.
Commander's Log! That's what I was waiting for.
I know.
was
I took a roundabout turn.
like, Commander's Log!
We had picked it back up in the mid-fight on the skitter. For the most part, we did a pretty bang up job. Like really kind of clean house. Luckily, in a lot of instances, we did lose a few people, not nearly the casualties that could have been, but all the less we only lost a few people. We were able to take the skidder. Pizor and Karson had this kind of intertwining moment as we both had gelled into the helm. Very interesting. Both kind of saw different things through each other. Won't spoil anything too much there. But we made it back to the outside of Cerulean, and we just had buried it on the outside and then made our way back into what we called the safe house.
I don't believe you actually left the skidder yet.
I thought you had just retconned that we made it into it at the very end of the episode, but maybe I'm misremembering. But I have no problem stopping or like picking up right at the skidder.
Yeah, we'll pick up right at the skidder.
So we literally just buried it. The fight was a very large portion of that. And tonight's episode, I hand it back to you, Sir Dungeon
yoink.
Logan.
Yeah. So that's exactly where we're picking up on, is when you just had shaken and buried the skidder beneath the sand just outside of the city outskirts. Once fully buried, you guys are, there are hatches to get out, but otherwise you guys are within the skidder itself. You can go between the carts, you can get out, whichever you would like. Currently, you and Pizor probably are just getting disconnected from the helms themselves. So as soon as you guys take off the helms, you no longer have that interlink between the two of you. And it's just you and your thoughts and your boy Seamus in the cockpit with you there on the cart one of the skidder. So,
well, Seamus, I think we should let's go find everybody and make a decision. I don't think we should stay here. I think we should find our way back. See if there's any news that's come out.
Right, absolutely.
You all right?
Mixed feelings.
About what?
Well, I mean, we've accomplished a lot, but...
Are you scared?
Scared? Mad, more like it.
Okay. All right, don't let that anger control you.
I wanted to.
No, you'll make mistakes. Put lives at risk other than your own.
Karson, it felt good to let them have what they deserved.
All right, Dahmer, let's relax a little bit, all right? Dahmer was a guy that I grew up with. Real nutcase.
Well, I might be a nutcase, but you don't know what we've been through here on this planet. You see how fat and happy and jovial they are?
Yes. I know I might not appear the same as you, or you might not believe me, but I've gone through harsh times as well. Not necessarily on the equivalence of what you do every day, but I know what it's like.
Sure.
No, not sure, Seamus.
What?
I don't know why dropping a pencil was so funny.
It literally, I was kind of mad because I threw it, but I didn't mean to. It just slipped out of my hand.
It was the method acting. Adhere to his destiny.
Sure, Karson.
I don't appreciate the arrogance. It's fine to be angry. It's okay to be mad. But the second you let that control you, you'll put my life at risk. You'll put Pizor's life at risk. You'll put all those other soldiers' lives at risk that just fought to get this skidder here. And I'm not saying you can't be angry. I'm not saying that you can't want justice for the actions that they've done. But don't be stupid.
I'm not trying to be stupid. It just felt good, finally having the power for once.
Just don't let it go to your head. If you want there to be a change, then that means you can't be them. That means you have to be better than them.
You're right.
Remember that.
You're right. Lead the way.
Now lighten up. Like give him a noogie. Like a really kind of awkward noogie a little bit, but and I just try to just brush off that I'm not upset. We just gotta be on the same page. Let's go find Pizor. And I put my arm around his shoulders and like pull him in.
Okay. You can feel he's kind of like reluctant to it, where he's kind of like doesn't want to be underneath your arm,
Yeah.
like an embarrassed teenage son. But you take him under, and you.
He's a couple of years younger than me.
How old are you?
That's a great question because now I'm trying to remember. I don't remember exactly.
I can't remember if it was mid. It was either mid-20s
Or like
maybe
almost at
even
30s.
Yeah.
That might be right.
I probably could find it just about as fast as you could.
Yeah, I'd have to write it. I think I wrote it down in my book. I don't think I actually have it in the... Oh, you'd have it in my write-up probably.
I do, yeah.
Because I'm a nerd like that and put that stuff in my...
30 years old.
Yeah.
So
okay.
technically by now you're probably about 31 because we have encompassed a full year in the campaign.
My birthday.
Yeah, we have. So he's definitely in his late teens.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Gordon, how are you?
Good.
Are the injured taken care of?
Yes. We have the two that we captured as well.
What do you want to do with them?
I don't care.
Where are they?
And he points behind him. I don't know where exactly you would have met cart. Let's say that you found the lion folk in cart 3.
Okay.
There was a total of 5 cars. So you were in car 1, the lead car. And then you walked through car 2, which is essentially just a bunch of shelving and what looks like storage and cargo, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then car 3 was that car that had the gunner.
Turrets.
Yeah, the turret and everything. So that's where you find them. He points to car 4. Not all the lion folk are in there. When he points to car 4, if you decide to head that way... Sorry, I got the hiccups. If you decide to head into car 4, there is not only in like up on top of one of the top bunks, there are several of the lion folk that have died from the fighting themselves, are covered up with blankets, and then off in the corner and kind of tied to another bedpost is the two individuals that were captured aboard the skitter.
Think they'll say anything?
They might. We didn't even try.
Seamus, what do you think?
You really want my opinions?
Yeah.
I think you know what I want. But that's them. Doing what I want is nothing more than what they would do. Can't believe I'm saying this. Show them some kind of kindness. They're people after all, I guess.
Is it a risk?
If you let them get away, sure. I didn't say let them go, I said show them some kindness.
Pull out that copper that I have like around my shirt. Hey, Pizor, are you coming?
A message come back, he says, oh yes, I was just rooting through this stuff here.
Pizor will be here in a second. We'll get his take on it. I have an idea now.
It's a few moments before...
We can show him some kindness.
It's a few moments, probably at the end of that conversation that you briefly have before Pizor passes into the room that you're in.
Pizor, you see the two tied up back there?
Yes.
What do you think?
I think they're tied up back there.
Yeah, what should we do with them?
Oh.
Because I really don't think they're going to benefit us at all. But I feel like it's a pretty large risk. I don't want to take them down to the safe house. By no means want to do that. We can't leave them here. Are they going to give us any useful information? I guess we try.
Yes, depending on how long... I don't know what our timeline is from here. We could keep them here for a while. Make sure they cannot leave. Maybe even set some people to guard them. Wouldn't be a bad idea to make sure people are guarding the skitter in general, in case whatever weird happens.
Do you have any bamboo?
Yes, I keep a lot in my pockets.
Do you really?
No.
Oh.
Where would I have found the bamboo?
I mean, you're part of the river. So.
That was literally almost a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, we were just there not very long ago. I didn't know maybe if you had some similar like plants.
I do not.
Okay.
I'm concerned on why you want bamboo specifically.
Do you have any small sticks or twigs?
I have some components, yes. But they're more like...
The floor right there is broken. I'll just rip off a piece of flooring. This will work. Pull out my hatchet. So what do you think? Like cutting it into like smaller strips.
What do I think about them?
So, yeah.
Or...
Should we talk to them for a little bit and see if they have any information?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean...
You don't need to say anything unless you feel obligated to, but I would like for you to look menacing. You do that?
And he kind of like puts on a stern face.
Perfect. Show the teeth a little bit more.
Snarls.
Love it.
Would you not want... I'm not going to lie. Do you want to take Gordon?
Yeah.
Who's about like...
Hey, Gordy.
About 1.25 times bigger than...
You're a lot bigger than this puny Pizor fella.
Pizor punches you.
What? You said it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That probably didn't hurt. I'm too puny.
Yeah, it really didn't. Thanks for scratching my arm.
That is the last time I kill you. Seamus, he's all yours.
Gordon, can you accompany Pizor, please? You don't need to say anything. Just look menacing. Don't get in my way.
I can do that.
Ask your men to leave, please. Once we get in there.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys enter into the fourth car. Once again, it's mostly full of like a crew cabin space. Like if you think of like a rail car that is made for sleeping in, like a sleeper car, it's almost exactly that.
Okay.
But just cramped and crowded because there's quite a few individuals in here. I think there's a total of like about 10. So definitely a very cramped quarter space, but enough room for everybody to have a little bit of privacy. Like almost think like submarine bunks where...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 Perfect.
100%.
I don't say anything. I just stand with my hands behind my back, waiting for Pizor to ask the remaining men to leave.
Pizor. Actually, Gordon would at that point.
Excuse me. Gordon, not Pizor.
And he speaks in Leonin, no less, to get them to leave. And then Pizor and Gordon kind of post up next to the doors, just pushing up their biceps, posing. So
these two are tied collectively together?
Yes, like back to back to the same post.
Is there a chair in here?
Yeah, there's with all the bunks that are kind of situated around, there's a small, communal
little
dining
table.
space, yeah.
So I grab one of the chairs and then just drag it. And I sit down. Sit on it.
The two of them kind of, look up at you out of the corner of their eye. There is... Let me get to the exact spot.
So, what's your name, friends?
One of them speaks up, the older-looking one. He says, "What's it matter?"
You?
No answer.
From the other one. All right. Tough? Pretty tough guys, are you?
The younger one does not meet your eyes. He kind of casts his eyes downwards, but the older one just stares at you. Not breaking eye contact. You can see he's been roughed up from the fight in general.
Mm-hmm.
Not abused under the captivity, but just from the entire scuffle. He's been beaten up. Not doing the best. There's kind of cuts, bruises. One eye is mostly swollen, so he's kind of squinting through it at the same time.
You're young. There could be hope for you. Look to the older gentleman. You're a grouch. I don't see much change in your heart.
His face is all kind of like messed up from just the battering that he's taken, and he's looking at you. And then he just spits blood.
Cool. You made the decision for me. So, young buck, and I take my chair and I turn it over and I slide closer to the old guy. And I go, and I lean over around him. I said, this all depends on how strong you are. And I grab the old man's hands and I pick up one of the splinters that I just peeled off from that board, and I grab his fingernail and I shove it underneath. And I push it, and as I look into him and I go, how strong are you? So I can feel his hand trembling beneath me, and I shove it further until it's probably like underneath his fingernail up to like that first knuckle.
Yeah. That's disgusting, by the way. I rolled a Constitution saving throw to see how he takes it. And at first, he's weathering the pain, and it finally gets to the point where you get almost the entire splinter underneath the nail, and it starts to take off from the nail bed itself. And it's at that point when you get just to the nail bed when he finally lets out this and starts screaming out.
My head goes around to the young guy. Still quiet? Okay. Grab his next finger, shove the next one into his finger.
And between
But
his
this one I
screams-
stop about halfway in his finger.
Okay. In between his screams, he shouts out to the younger guy. He says, "You know what they're gonna do if you talk!" And then as you get into the next finger, about halfway through, immediately he starts to like get a little woozy, losing his breath, and he's kind of like heavily breathing in between the shouts of pain.
Still nothing? You must not like this guy, huh? I guess you'll know what's coming to you. Take his next finger, and I just go in just about a quarter of the way.
That's a natural one. The old man passes out. You would, just from the combat you've seen, you would understand that the damage that you have done to him, minimal as is, was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Is he dying?
He goes unconscious.
What is that thing I have? I know I didn't use it, I don't think.
Lay on hands. Oh, no, that's a paladin thing.
Yeah, it's very much lay on hands, just worded differently.
It's your ASMR ability.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that dang thing called? Healing something or whatever? Healing hands?
Yeah. I've not used it. So, would you like to say something now? Now's your time to speak up, lad.
You can see his mouth kind of like twitching.
How young does he look? Like 20s or like younger? Just like a kid?
He's mid-20s.
Okay.
He's younger 20s. Like,
He's
let's
a man,
call it
though.
23.
But
yeah.
he's a man,
Yes,
okay.
100%. Full grown,
Okay.
older than Seamus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, lad, we're going to speak up now. Going to make a decision.
He just kind of looks at you sideways. Puts his head back down.
I can save him right now. I've got about 5 more seconds. I can bring him back. Or your decision to let him die. What is it?
Don't let him die.
What's your name? Quick?
Weldon. My name's Weldon.
Why are you guys such assholes?
Just heal him.
Fine. And I'd hand the chest. Healing hands. It is called healing hands.
Oh, nice. You hear him just as he's like
I want to heal him a lot, hopefully.
excruciatingly pain with the splinters underneath his hands.
Not a lot.
I like the fact that you just like double-handed sprinkled your dice.
7 HP back.
7 hit points. Okay. He kind of like lays his head back. And he's, "What's wrong with you?"
I've pulled them out now. I was pulling them out as I was talking to
Oh,
Weldon.
okay. Gotcha.
So they're out.
Gotcha.
But I'm holding his other hand now.
Just kill me.
I don't want another word out of you. Shut your mouth. Weldon?
He's not going to talk, the old man says.
Weldon?
What?
Don't make me regret my decision.
What do you want?
What can you tell me? What are you doing with these scooters?
What we're told.
Right. Are you going in the storm or past the storm?
Both.
You're going beyond the storm.
Sometimes, yes.
Looking for what?
Anything.
Precious metals and such?
Yeah.
Anything you get your hands on?
Of course.
So where's all that stored? In the second car? Because I don't see any on this card. Or on this train. Where's it all at?
The other guy says, you tell him.
I slap him. Shut up, Grouch. Well, then you and I are making a very good relationship right now. I like you. Don't make me regret this decision. We are not bad people.
The old man pipes up once more.
Slap him. I backhand that time. The second I hear him start making any noise, I told you to shut up. I look back at Weldon, and I'm looking around him to talk to Weldon. I want to make that very clear. Sorry, I'm putting you in a lot of conundrums.
No, you're good. What do you ask Weldon exactly? Where it's at?
Where are they? Because I don't see them.
Why should I tell you?
Let me ask you a question, Weldon. When you went to work, however many days ago you got on the scooter, 7, 8 days ago before you went out, who'd you leave? Are you married?
No answer.
Maybe just started a family? Would you like to get back to them?
You can hear his, the labored nasal breathing, where it's like holding back anger is what I would say.
I'm not threatening your wife or your children. But they deserve a father, don't they? They deserve a father. Don't be brash. Where is it?
What's in it for me?
Life.
I die otherwise?
Not by my hand. You'll have a chance.
What's that chance?
Well, we won't find out until we get to that point. Well, then, if you're so strung up on your old ways, whatever this dumb guild war has you thinking, maybe I was wrong about you.
Silence from him.
Take another step, and on his left hand, I shove one up his thumb, and I go...
The old man again?
Oh, I go real far.
Mm.
And then I take my hand and I cover his mouth, so you can, like, he's screaming and yelling, and I don't, like, cover to where I'm, like, suffocating him, but I cover to where, like, muffle 90%. So there's still air passing through, and he can still breathe, but I'm holding his mouth as I'm getting close to Weldon. Weldon, I needed answers.
Will you make a dexterity saving throw for me real quick?
Me?
Yeah.
Why is this for?
Huh?
Oh. Does Ring of Evasion give me... It's just the damage, right? That's the only
yes,
thing.
correct. Yeah.
I don't have advantage. Okay. It's not great. Is he going to bite my hand? 17.
You rolled a 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as
I forgot I have like a crazy plus.
Yeah,
because
as you're
+3s.
pushing into his mouth, you feel him like give back a little bit, and then his jaws open wide, and he goes to bite your hand, but you're able to evade it and kind of like anticipate the movement. From the jut of pain, he weathers it like you wouldn't believe. Like it doesn't faze him. He's more focused on trying to harm you with this current
So
moment.
as I pull my hand out, I grab the bottom of his jaw and push his head back. And now I'm
Mm.
holding his jaw back, and he can't move his head now.
And 100% when you do it, you slam the back of his head into the post that he's tied to.
Weldon, don't be a fool. You seem smarter than this. You seem that you want a positive future. Why are you willing to risk it all away and just kill people for no reason?
Talk about killing people for no reason.
Really? So what are all these people on the outside of town doing in Sierra Leone?
That
Dying
is
because they have
none
no
of my
food.
business.
Bullshit. That's ridiculous, Weldon. Are you kidding me? Do you see what these people look like? Malnutrition, dying in the streets because of gunfire from the stupid guilds because you guys want to kill each other for power?
I am nothing but a pawn. I don't have any choice
So
in
be
what
more
I do,
than one.
but provide for my family.
So make a decision. Where is the material?
It's under the cars.
Are they secret storage bins? Or can we access it from the top?
You can access from the top or from the outside.
Under each car, all 5?
Yes.
Where's the door at in this one?
Give me 2 seconds.
I start blasting. Eldritch blast.
Do you know how baller of a move that would be if you just Eldritch blasted the old man right in the face?
While I have his jaw up, it just goes through the bottom of his jaw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Just paint the room.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
This campaign took a wild turn.
Hey, dude, I told you, Carson's having a little bit of a dark moment.
Yeah. What color are Carson's eyes right now?
I would absolutely say the second Weldon looks at me, my eyes are black.
Yeah.
It's like seeping. I would say like my pupils to my irises are black, and then like like when vapor mist like goes out, it's like radiating out from that.
Okay. And your back is to Pizor and Gordon?
I would assume, yeah.
Okay. Weldon nods his head off towards there's a bunk that's kind of off towards the left of where Pizor is at, like right when you enter in the doorway. Bunks that way. Ironically enough, that's where the Leonin are stacked up, but underneath that is where he gestures.
P.
Yes.
Check.
He pushes aside. You hear a bunch of scuffling, and he calls to Gordon, "Help me move this." They heave the beds out of the way, scatter a bunch of other things, personal effects, trunks, and the like. And then next thing you know, you hear this of a large metal heavy hatch opening. And he says, there's a light that comes out from behind you, as you know the light cantrip. And Pizor says, "He's correct. There's all sorts of things down here.
Weldon,
Lots of glass.
what's the glass for? It comes from the storm. What do you use it for?
The runners, the skidders. It's the power for everything we do.
It's your fuel source.
The city, everything runs off of that. That's pure gold right there. Better than gold.
Is it refined? In order to operate these machines? Or does it run as is?
If you refine it, it's a more pure power. But these themselves, just a collection of the glass shards. Even the runners, it's rudimentary.
Real quick, would I know what guild runs these scooters? Would it be the, not Greaves, that's his name. Who took over?
The Dust Devils.
Would it be the Dust Devils that would run these scooters?
100% it would be an easy assumption.
And
Everything around the, like, in the cargo, the second car, the cargo car, there's a lot of, like, barrels and crates that are branded with what looks like a tornado.
Okay.
As you go throughout the armory, or through the armor for each individual branded the same way, weapons, everything has some sort of branding of who it belongs to, and that would be the Dust Devils.
Well, then how long have you been a Dust Devil?
I've been part of a skidder crew for easily 6 or 8 years. The Dust Devils, the last year.
So you joined out of necessity then?
More like I was bought out.
After the last fall of the last grand. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you want to have a better future? Would you like to see more balance?
I don't care about balance. My family's fed.
I understand.
I work hard to make sure my family's fed.
I would agree.
It's not my fault. The others don't.
So you don't think they work hard?
I don't know what they do.
If they're denied access into the city, don't you think that's a little shafted?
They can get in if they want to.
Can they?
Yes.
Really? So the gates have been closed for the past, what now, 20 days? What do you expect them to do? Just jump on over?
If they buy their way in, they're more than welcome.
The gates have been closed.
That's not a me problem.
Do you think that you're better than them?
The folks in Cerulean,
Mm-hmm.
they put themselves in that position. Everything I've done, I've worked for.
I'm not taking away what you've worked for.
What you've done right here has taken away everything from me.
That's not true.
How am I supposed to go back to my family right now?
Oh, I mean, we can simply drop you off, actually.
Yeah, without
You
the
could
skidder,
be-
without the crew.
And you'd be the
By
savior.
myself, you really think the Dust Devils...
Are you that thick, Weldon? You'd be the only one with knowledge of who did it. You'd be the only one that would know anything. You'd be the savior.
The savior. Right. You know the way they're going to look at it?
You're the only one that knows the harvesters did this.
The three of you, you're not harvesters.
We were hired by the harvesters.
Prove it.
Mercenaries is mercenaries. Prove what, buddy?
You're not even from here. Those two, and he kind of gestures, I guess he's all tied up, so he just put my hands under the table. Those two, I've never seen anything like them before.
Yeah. Okay. You ever seen water before?
Yeah. How do you think the cities survive?
It was an analogy, sorry. It didn't go well. Yeah, there's other people out there, buddy. We got hired. Message went out.
Hired to do what?
We came answering. To help the harvesters win back this city. We're coming.
So that's the whole plan.
Oh, yeah.
You think the
are-
harvesters care any more about the people in Cerulean?
Well, according to the individual that is going to be grand very shortly, you're talking about uniting everyone again.
Fat chance. It's a repeating cycle, over and over and over. You either get in it or you get out. Those in Cerulean have never found their way in. I fought tooth and nail to get where I am.
And where did you start?
What's it matter to you?
Well, it doesn't matter at all to me. Well, then, I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. See, Grouch has what, 60 years? He's had a chance. You were young. Figured you just started a family. Maybe you could change. See things in a different light. I'm afraid that's not an option. It's fine.
I don't know what you're getting at here. There is no seeing things in a different light.
There is. You just have blinders on. You're too afraid.
You're coming this from a completely outsider's perspective. You've never even seen how we operate. You haven't seen the fact that when the harvesters were still in power, Cerulean was still a dirt-poor community.
Fair. But you don't think there's people inside the harvesters that want to change, and that's why we're here. An individual thought things should be different. is willing to take that risk.
That's weakness.
Hmm.
How do you think the last Grand died?
Interesting.
It doesn't end. If the Harvesters take power, they show that weakness, guess who's back at their door? The Dust Devils. If it's not the Dust Devils, the Clanks. If it's not the Clanks, give it to the Scavengers. It doesn't matter. Worse yet, get the Vultures in there, and you have just as many issues.
Oh, I'm sure. Had a couple of meetings with the Vultures too about this. It's fine. Well then. New bed's made. I appreciate everything. Wish you all the best.
Whatever.
Thanks, buddy. I just tap on top of the head. So what's your son's name?
No answer.
Your wife's?
No answer.
Shame. No child deserves to grow up without a father.
He starts thrashing around wildly.
I'll walk back in at the other cart.
You walk back towards Pizor or the other side?
I'll walk towards 5. Well, when the other guys vacated, did they walk back into 3 or 5?
3.
So I'll walk to 5 then.
Okay. So your back would be to Pizor still.
Yeah, I'll walk out into 5.
Okay.
And I assume they're probably gonna follow me. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. You hear as soon as you step out, and do you actually go into car fire?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pizor's hot on your heels, like quickly after you.
I guess the second part of I say, Chief, Chief, get watchers back in on these guys.
Chief Gordon goes back into car 3.
Then I step into 5. Or at least close the door on, we can sand the breezeway, or I guess this might be kind of sandy, so whatever that may be, but...
Honestly, I never really thought that through.
Yeah.
The fact that you buried it, and previously it is essentially a breezeway, so you can get in between the 2 cars.
I don't know.
Let's just say...
There's an arcane, sheath that just, closes.
No, moreover, whenever you do, initiate the shaking of the skidder, there's essentially shutters that just go shunk, 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 shunk between each car. So it locks it in place. They can shake as one. You said arcane. This is more mechanical. 100% everything about this planet is arcane is the fuel source.
Yes.
Mechanical is the method. Whereas Torvengard is highly mechanical or highly arcanic with a slight bit of mechanical to it.
Yes.
This is the opposite.
Absolutely.
So absolutely.
We'll go to 5.
Pizor slams the door behind you. And he shoves you at the back.
Don't do that.
Look at me.
I turn around and look at him. What?
What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
This is not the Karson I know.
We need answers.
What is wrong with you? And he shoves you again.
Stop.
He sees your eye. I'm assuming your eyes are still black. Have you seen yourself? You're talking about going about this alone. You're going alone right now. You continue down this path and I am gone.
Down what path?
Whatever you're doing.
We need answers, Pizor.
You can get answers in any other way, not that way.
What did I do that was so bad?
That man is on the brink of death.
I healed him past his capabilities of what he was before.
Just for what? To torture him?
Yes.
Put him out of his misery or don't do anything to him. What you did was absolutely wrong. That is not the Karson I know. That is not the man I know. That is not the man I follow. Do you want me here or not?
In war, things are different, Pizor.
It doesn't have to be. You see this, and he pulls out the amulet. This is exactly what we fight for. He shoves you in the chest again. That is what we fight for.
And that's what I was doing.
No.
Making a judgment.
And that judgment was wrong. Your judgment was wrong.
Who are you to say that?
Me. I am me. I am a disciple of Tiara. I am easily the closest friend you have, if you can even call it right that. I thought we were friends, but that is not the man I know.
I guess we're just not seeing eye to eye on this, Pizor.
You don't say. Is this the way you're going to continue?
This is a very rare circumstance.
This circumstance is not going to stop. Those people in Cerulean need our help. They need life, not whatever you are doing.
He's not from Cerulean.
I understand.
He cares nothing about them. He would step on them if they were an ant below his boot.
That does not change the way you treat other people.
There's minor torture for a moment to gain an abundance of information.
Minor torture?
Yes.
You literally borderline killed that man and then purposely brought him back to life just to do it again.
I did it once.
And what if you run out of healing to bring him back? You want me to do it?
No, I would have never asked you to do that.
And I never will.
I understand that. And I would never pressure you into that. I knew what I was doing.
If you know what you are doing, then I'm done. He turns around. He leaves.
Just like that?
No answer. He just keeps walking away. Leaves the door open between the two cars. You stand in car 5 by yourself.
Okay, I follow.
You follow after him?
Mm-hmm. I don't say anything to him. I walk into car 3. Chief, we're going to leave 4 soldiers here to watch over the cots. I'll have somebody come and retrieve the 2 individuals shortly.
Understood.
The rest of us, we're going to make our way back to the safe. And I make sure, obviously, the door is definitely shut between 4 and 3. The rest of us make our way back to the safe house. We need to figure out what steps up next.
Yes. Do you have a moment?
Yes.
Sorry, this is the wrong voice. Do you have a moment?
Of course.
He looks at the others and just kind of eyes each of the other individual Leonins, and then
Yeah, they all just buggy.
and then he kind of nods his head towards car 4 where the others are at. And as soon as the door shuts behind him, he says, "Whatever you're doing, that path you're on, it's a slippery slope.
You're going to do this to me too?
I have done nothing but fought my entire life. Never once have I done that. To me, this is a black and white matter. You live or you die. You do not torture." And he goes into car 4. You're left back in car 3 by yourself. Pizor had pretty much just beat feet through car 4, 3, 2. I don't honestly know where Seamus is at this current moment, because he'd followed you, or you'd brought him with him.
He would be in core 3 still then, technically.
I would assume when Gordon, he probably left with the Lion folk in the most awkward way. Well,
Would he?
mark me down for a natural 20. As you're standing there in car 3, Seamus stands up from kind of crouched where he was hiding. And he just says, "What did you do in there?"
Did what needed to be done. But apparently I'm going to lose some friends over it.
Well, what do
Look,
friends matter in a time like this?
I look and Damn, you're really putting me in a position here, aren't you? I didn't say that out loud. That was me. That was Brandon. I look on the ground for a trapdoor or a latch.
Yeah.
In this cart. And three, which had the guns.
Bing, 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 bing. Make a investigation check.
Cocked. That's the same cocked. That's so funny. Here we go. 7. Investigation.
What are you looking for?
14. What have advantage on? Is that with Bloodhunter stuff? Yeah. 14. Weldon gave us the information that every single one of these cots has all the goods underneath it. Apparently there's a very large sum of glass. That's what all of these things run off of.
Sorry, I had to process for a moment what exactly Seamus would know. Let me think about this for 2 seconds.
Okay.
So you just told him that these things all run off of glass.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Similar to the runners, I would assume.
Exactly like them. There's large stockpiles underneath each one of these cars.
Yeah, that glass is priceless.
Looks like we just hit the mother lode.
What do you mean?
It's underneath each one of these cars. Help me find the trapdoor. I want to see for myself.
We could either give you advantage on the roll, so I could let you re-roll it, or you can have him make an investigation check.
I'll let him roll. I'm going to have a +7, but...
Dirty 20 for...
Very nice.
He was like, actually, it's just over here under these bodies that I was hiding behind.
Let's crack it open. Come on.
You shove the bodies aside, and you see kind of hidden underneath... hidden and disguised into the floor itself, a small little latch. Seamus pries it open with the edge of his blade, and you hear this as it groans open. Darkness within.
I can cast light.
Casting light. As you peer down into the tunnel, or not into the tunnel, into the bay beneath you. It's essentially about a 5-foot void. When you look beneath, this one specifically is chocked full of weapons. So you see kind of like an array of rifles, some automatic rifles like they were using, some bolt action, like hunting rifle kind of styles, probably about a dozen handguns, half a dozen shotguns, and crates of ammo.
Whoa.
This is exactly what we need.
That's a lot of firepower.
Right? This is how we arm ourselves and take the fight to them.
Okay. It's good to know. Grab one if you want one. Let's get ready to head back.
He hops down there real quick and tosses up a couple pistols, and then like a small thing of ammo. Hops back out, tucks it away. What are we doing now?
We need to head back to the safe house. Fill them in.
Right.
Find our next plan.
Okay. Are we taking your friends?
I told Gordon that we're heading back that way. And I don't know where Pizor went.
He stormed off that way, right in front of you. Left in through cart 2.
Let's go see if he's still there. I'll walk that way.
Okay. As you head that way, he's not in cart 2.
Go to car 1.
It's not in car 1. There is a hatch in the ceiling of car 1 that's open.
Looks like he's already left.
So, where does that leave us? We chasing after him, or we just going to the safe house?
I'll go up and see what I can see.
Make a perception check.
I think I might have a -1. So, not great. 10.
In the kind of shifted sands all around you. You can see what looks like a path that heads off towards the city, but at the same time, it also looks like there's a path that heads off in a different direction, and then another one that kind of heads off away from the city.
There's 3 paths?
It's very unclear if they're an actual path or maybe just trails in the sand from where everything got kind of shifted around when you buried the skidder.
I wouldn't presume. I don't know why Pizor would go into the desert. Yeah, I guess we'll start making way to the safe house.
Okay. Anything you do while you walk towards the safe house?
No, I'm probably pretty quiet.
Okay. You or Seamus could lead the way. It really doesn't matter. You know exactly where you're going. Seamus knows all the back alleys. So
yeah, I'm probably leading the way.
Okay. Do you take a more direct path? Or...
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Most starkly, as opposed to when you first arrived, it was still very barren when you first arrived. But there were several people that were still open vendors, some people that you would see strolling the streets. And then it quickly got more and more deserted to where now, when you're walking through, it is an absolute ghost town. There is nothing but shifting sands on the wind, blowing and tattered curtains and drapes that hang outside of buildings, broken glass all around. Not a lot of people.
Okay. Which a lot of people have been vacating into the safe house, right? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll find our way there.
And it is late in the day, so the sun has set.
Okay.
And you guys are basically walking in the dark at this point. I would say you guys arrived somewhere around sunset with the skidder itself, and then now that if that everything transpired within the skidder, it's probably closer to 8 or 9 p.m. I think that's where we're going to take a break. That's pretty good timing right there.
Okay. Hi, Grandpa. Okay. Folks, we will catch you on the other side.
Whew, me and Brandon are actually going to go fight outside.
See ya. Hey, everyone. It's Brandon. And before we jump back into today's episode, we've got something really exciting to share. Thanks to our friends over at Bova Books, we're giving away another set of turtle taps for the 2014 Player's Handbook and 2014 Dungeon Master's Guide. We've been using these ourselves, and honestly, they've made finding spells, rules, and class features so much quicker at the table. And entering is super easy. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and comment the word resistance down below. Once you've done all those, head over to TikTok and just give us a follow. That's it. It's that easy. We'll announce the winner soon, as this is only a 2-week giveaway. A huge thank you again to Bova Books for making this giveaway possible. Now, let's get back to the adventure.
And welcome back. After me and Brandon took our little break to swap a couple of blows. I'm just totally kidding. No, we're back here to pick up right where we left off, with Pizor having left the skidder entirely, Karson having a brief conversation with those aboard, and then also departing and starting to navigate his way through the city towards the sanctuary. And that's where we pick up with you guys. Unless there's anything in particular you're trying to look for or do throughout the city, you can get straight to the sanctuary.
No. As we are walking, though, I will go ahead and pull out the letters that I pulled out from the vulture's box. As it's just me and Seamus walking.
Okay. Like you actually open the box?
I say that this is the box that I took from the vulture's hideout spot. No time like the present, huh?
Well, I suppose not. Bust it open.
Here, hold the box.
He holds it.
I open it.
Locked.
Like a padlock on it, or like a little lock?
It's more like a small lock that's built into the box itself.
Can I break it by hand, do you think?
You try it?
Yeah, I'll try to just
Yeah, for sure.
pop it open. Strength?
Yeah, strength
I
check.
would assume. 6.
No, it's not budging. You can't get the right leverage on it. It's like a pretty finely crafted.
Can you get this open?
I can sure try.
Please.
And he's going to attempt to pick the locks. Let me get back to his guy here. Lockpick. Mark me down for another natural 20.
Hey.
As he's ticking away at it, he pauses what he's doing for a second. And he kind of like looks at you curiously and he goes, "These fools use the same lock? I've picked this lock before." And he opens the box.
What do you mean the same lock?
There's one of the houses I tried to break into. It's a very complex lock, but after I learned it, it was very simple to pick. It's just a matter of getting past the right pins. They basically had a few extra tumblers built into it. I don't know what I'm talking about with lockpicking, so ignore me. Sorry, McNally. But I had to get past a couple of extra tumblers, so there was a couple of fail-safes, purposely decoys built into the lock itself. But once I was able to get past it, it's a pretty rudimentary lock. You just have to be taught how to pick it. I taught myself. This is the exact same lock.
Interesting.
I can show you where that door's at.
Could that lead us somewhere?
I would assume so. It has to be there. Can't be a coincidence.
Yeah. Let's go right. We'll go. But we need to inform the council, if you will, first.
Right.
Okay. Let's see what's in here.
Okay.
Some papers? Is that what you said?
Yes. Inside is a series of papers. At the very top of it is a note that while it is common characters, it's
cipher.
Yeah, it's basically like
Jumbled.
scrambled together. And Seamus is kind of like reading over your shoulder, and he says, "These darn fools. I'm supposing you can't read it. It's a cipher. They use it around here all the time. I found it a few times trying to go looking for my brother. This here, it says, 'You must think I'm a fool to agree to meet you face to face. What are you attempting here?'" He tosses that letter aside. This next one, "I wrote this yesterday. Today is the blank date." And this would be, it's dated the second day after you had tried to make the initial contact. Whatever date that was. I'd have to go back.
Oh, son of a gun. Okay.
He flips through the next one. He says, "This one just says, 'Why are you not opening the box?' And it's dated the very next day." Another paper, just a large date across it. The next day after that. The next paper, another large date. The next paper, another large date. The last paper, there's two more papers. "I'm close to giving up. You still haven't opened the box." Date. The second to last day before you stole the box. And then the very last day, a drawing of a symbol. And it looks like just a vulture's head at the end of the day, kind of like the side profile of a vulture. Very rudimentary. It's more like shapes, but you can tell, like looking at it, it's a vulture. And even Seamus goes, "That's their symbol right there." And it just says, "Look for it. Try again." The date's tomorrow. It says, "Try again tomorrow."
Like tomorrow night.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're taking a detour. Let's go get this box back there.
Perfect. Yes. Right.
Okay. Take all the papers out on the vulture paper on the backside. While we're walking, I go, "See you tomorrow on that date." Fold it. Give me the box.
Gives it back to
Okay.
you.
Put it back in there. Lock it. Shut it. Let's go put this back in there.
Understood.
Okay. Perfect.
You guys make a small detour, drop the box off at that meeting place that you guys had. Anything you do while you're there?
No.
Okay.
Keep it simple. Pop it back in.
Yep.
Get out.
Okay.
Make it back to the safe house.
Perfect. Returning to the safe house, you are met with a mostly familiar sight. You guys had only been gone for about a day or so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly how long you guys were gone.
Only a few hours, technically. Well, yeah, only a few hours. We caught the skidder a couple hours before it was going to make it back. So,
Right.
we've been gone for a half a day at max, 6 to 8 hours max.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to catch it about 2 hours outside of the city. So
Yeah. Yeah, you had gone off on the 24th. So
Mhm.
it's still the 24th. So yeah, it
Yeah,
is
just
that same
late.
day.
Okay.
Not really much of anything has changed. You see that there are significantly less people here, but you also know right about this time is maybe a little bit earlier, like probably about 30 minutes to an hour ago, is when the false attack on the skidder just outside of the tunnel was going to occur. So you
Okay.
know there should be probably a lot of people off just orchestrating that attack right now.
Okay.
Brent being one of them missing at the current moment.
I guess if I see any of the council members, I would try to acknowledge them and find them.
Okay. Who you are able to find would be Bella Mahaffey. She is one of the. Obviously, she's one of them, but also kind of like one of the more prominent members of the that individual council. You see, she's just kind of tending and helping get people fed for the evening and making sure everybody is comfortable where they're at. So basically, just doing some like mother hen duties.
When Bella, we had success.
Oh, hey, Karson.
Hey,
You had some success. Some success.
no, all success, really.
Good.
We have one in our possession.
One.
Skidder.
Really?
Yes. As well as its cargo.
Which is?
Many a things. A very large plethora of glass.
Like the glass for the runners.
The glass for the runners.
That's huge.
Very fine ammo, ammunition for some very finely crafted weaponry as well. Rifles, pistols, different styles.
And you still have the skitter.
Yes.
Karson, this is game changing for us.
It might be.
Where's it at?
We've got it hidden right now outside of town.
Okay. And it's safe where it's at.
We've got guard on it, but we're hoping so.
Excellent.
Have we heard any message back from Brent and crew?
Not yet. I'm starting to worry.
Why do you say that?
We're closing in on the time when we should hear back from them.
Okay.
I just get stressed when anybody's out doing whatever. The stakes are too high to lose anybody.
I would agree full-heartedly. Okay. Let's not worry yet. We'll hear from him very shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's a fresh batch of food.
Thank you. I'll go snag some food then.
Thank you, Karson.
You're welcome.
One thing you do notice is she has a pin of the anvil and hammer on her chest.
Okay. It's like food. Go sit down. I'm assuming I didn't see Pizor in here when I came in.
No, not immediately. As you are enjoying the meal, it's rudimentary by any means. Nothing more than slop, kind of, just ambiguous broth, vegetables, and beef to help feed the masses. A small chunk of bread, but it's enjoyable, to say the least. You've earned the meal by any means. Seamus is tearing into it like he's never going to see another meal.
Where's Zage at?
Zage would still be on the Starhammer, if I'm not mistaken. Who's on the Starhammer?
No one. The Starhammer's back on Vishatar.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
This is true.
Sage is in here. So is Arifa.
Yes.
Arifa was on the Chester with Zulu, but...
Right, yes. And
Zage.
they would have returned a while
I
ago.
would assume so,
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have zipped.
Same, like, basically the Chester and the two Scorpions would have journeyed on after everybody had been departed. And
Right. We split out.
yeah. They probably had circled overhead just to make sure everything was good, but once it was, they had departed. And then, so while the skidder was journeying back, they had already arrived. You're asking, where is Age?
Mhm.
You haven't seen him yet, but you also know, like, typically him and Arifa have been kind of like cornered away underneath the tunnels that lead up to the parking garage, where they mostly often are like seen tinkering.
I'll go see if I can find him.
Okay. It's really easy. Once you go that way, you can start to hear the sounds of the two of them working on various projects. And you can kind of hear just like metal clanging and everything in between.
Zage, how goes it?
Oh, good to see you, Karson.
Good to see you.
I'm glad to see that you've made it back in a piece. How'd your endeavor go?
Quite successful, actually.
Good.
Lost a few men, unfortunately, but everything else fairly well.
I hate to hear that.
All involved. Have you seen Pizor?
No, I haven't. Why? He's
Afraid-
not with you.
No, I'm afraid I upset him.
Oh,
I made a decision. He didn't like it.
love is cruel. I'm kidding.
One could say that.
Do you
Can
care
you-
if I pry, or I don't have to?
Maybe for another time.
Sure.
Can you message him just to make sure he's fine? Does he know message himself, or is that just when he's in the...
That was a very good question. I think he has access to the spell. Let me check real quick. I don't think it matters too much. Let's just say message spell itself.
Sending.
Sending spell. He would not have the sending spell
So how does he message us before?
through the Gorget. But Pizor does not wear one.
I thought you said he did have one on.
Oh, does he? You're totally right. He
Yeah.
has. Yeah, he has had one. Yeah, so he messages Pizor through the Gorget.
Okay.
But before he does, he says,
What would you like me to tell him again?
Just check in on him. Say that you saw me. Wanted to make sure he was fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you hear him kind of like mutter into his chest there. He says,
Pizor, this is Age. I just wanted to check in. I saw Karson walking the halls and I hadn't seen you. Are you okay?
and then he looks up at you and he says,
He says he's fine.
Very good. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get some sleep.
You look rather tired.
Thank you.
It's probably, honestly, a good time for me to tuck into bed, too. Not like I'm going to finish this up anytime soon.
I hope you feel like your hands full, don't you?
You've got that right.
All right.
and you would actually see that they are starting to cobble together what you have seen the original plans of is the sailfish. So they are starting to kind of like piece together this larger, like it's easily 2 to 3 times the size of the Chester. It's made for troop transport, but then it has basically they have the front half done. You see this large like spear at the very front, and it's hollow all the way through, and it looks like it telescopes so it can extend or retract. And then it's attached to a larger form that looks almost like the head of a swordfish. And then in the 2 eye sockets, they're currently working on basically 2 orbital turrets that would sit on either end of it.
Sweet.
It's a work in progress, but Arifa has a lot of vision with this. And I think with all the raw material around here, we might be able to really do something. In terms of the spell jamming helm, we're not quite sure what to do for that, but we'll figure that one out.
Okay, fair enough. So far, it looks wonderful.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a little rough, very built in the back of a cave kind of situation. Not quite the resources we'd have on Torvengard, but...
Well, that's fair. But we can always fine-tune it later.
Right. I'm going to tell you, this thing is going to have some firepower.
Never hurts anybody.
Probably not as much as the Bombard, but
Well, that's fair.
at the end of the day, it will be more maneuverable. And we're actually designing it to be able to attach to the bottom of the Bombard.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So once we figure that whole out, it'll basically be part of the ship.
Good. That'll be quite neat. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave you to it.
Yep. I'm gonna wrap up here, then find myself to bed.
Okay. Me as well. And I'm gonna go find somewhere solo.
Okay. There's a few places you would know, like deep within the sewers of the sanctuary. Also, do you have Seamus along with you? This
I would
whole
assume
time?
at this point, yeah. He'd
Yeah.
still
Okay.
be
I would say
with
he's
me.
really just tagging on to you like a
Yeah.
puppy.
Yeah.
Doesn't really say much. He just kind of shadows you everywhere. Keep him with you for this as well. Okay.
Excuse me. Ugh. I would bid him good night. Like, go get some sleep. Need some good rest.
Oh, are you not going to bed then?
Oh, I am. Yes, I just gotta do some ritual things. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Prayer. Solo prayer is important, and I find it very important.
Would you mind telling me a little bit more about these gods that you pray to?
Sure. What would you want to know?
I mean, anything. I don't really know much of nothing about them. I heard some of what Pizor and the other lion folk were telling about Tiara, mostly. But they made mention of some others.
They're all, yeah. We've been able to free a few of them now, actually. Themis, the god that I worship, he's the god of creation.
And these folk are like you and me, or more, or what are they?
Yes,
Sure, that's helpful.
but it is. They are like you and me, but they're more. The magic that they hold is so much stronger. That what they wield at their fingertips is beyond what I could ever assume power would feel like.
Right, so it'd be like us squabbling in the streets, and then a man arriving, sprouting angel wings, burning people alive, and completely obliterating everybody with a frozen hammer. Something akin to that.
Bigger,
Bigger.
by all means of the word.
And why in all the gods have they not fixed this?
There's limitations to what they can do. Things that have been put in place in the spheres that control them of their own doing, so that way they don't overstep.
So what does that make you?
Something along the lines of the champion of Themis. I'm able to do his bidding.
So basically, he tells you what to do because he can't do it himself, and you go and do it.
Yeah. The easiest way to put it, yeah.
And he told you to come save this planet?
No, not necessarily. We were on a bigger scale. Found you coincidentally. But,
Glad to know I'm an accident.
you know, as the local librarian that I grew up with, his name was Bobby Rosso. He says, everything can be a happy accident. And that's what this is.
Well, I'm still waiting for the happy part.
Well, sometimes those things are earned. It takes a lot of elbow grease to get there. You know what I mean? Look how much we've changed in the last 15 days. How much...
You're not wrong, but
If we could change it in Harby, we would have, I promise you. If I could have snapped my fingers and everything would have been peace and serenity and love, I would have done it. It just doesn't work like that.
the gods can't do that themselves either.
No. And to be even more frank, they're still gaining their power back. The Escanorials were out to kill them, lock them away, so that way they could gain the power of the gods, sit in the positions that they are in. It's a complicated subject matter.
Honestly, you lost me at Ascanari elves.
They're a bunch of evil dudes. Honestly, that's really the best way to put it. They care about themselves and just want as much power as their hands can grasp for.
Cool, so they're exactly like Grand Greaves. They're exactly like the Harvesters, exactly like the Dust Devils, and the Clanks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So they've got to die too, then?
Yeah. It's kind of what I'm up against.
And so you're just taking a hiatus from that to deal with this, or?
To a certain aspect, yeah. We're trying to find somewhere we could set up a meeting place for all of our resistance, our allies.
And you thought this place is a good place?
We did? Yeah. We did.
And you still think this place is a good place?
The jury's out, but it could be. I think it will be.
I don't get what you're doing.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we could probably go a week's way out from here where there's nothing, and we could set up something there and call good and have a meeting place like we had intended, something simple, something functional. But when we landed here, something called to me that said that this is what should get my immediate attention.
More God stuff. Got it.
Yeah, that like inner dialogue God stuff.
Sure. I'll wait for them to talk to me.
You could reach out first.
Oh?
Huh?
How?
Close your eyes and attempt to reach.
And that's what you're about to go do.
It is.
Who do I reach out to?
Well, a couple of options, to be honest with you. You've got Themis, who's the god of creation. You've got Tiara, who is the goddess of stuff. Huh? Life, yeah, that's right. You have a friend that we made. His name is Zisha, and he's the god of knowledge. And then there is Zabra is the goddess of magic, and then Perdona, who's the goddess of change. You have a couple of options for the gods that are free at the moment, and hopefully, gods be willing, we'll have more options soon.
So what's that then?
This is Themis, as well as his son, who was killed by the Ascanarios. His name is Chirac. He was the god of order. Not sure exactly what it means. The Themis branded me with it.
So don't pray to that one.
No. Because I'm not sure that it would just be fallen upon deaf ears.
Right. Sure. I suppose.
All you can do is try.
Yeah.
And nobody has to know about it. Right?
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll give it a shot. I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Good night, Seamus.
Right. And he wanders off. There's a multitude of places that you could pick that would be private. Outside of the sanctuary, the cities it goes down.
I know, I thought about that too.
The parking garage, also pretty barren. And there's also tunnels that would be actively trying to be excavated to connect to other portions of the city that you could hole up in. Of course, they're dank and dark, so it really depends upon what you're...
I'm gonna go. Let's go parking garage.
Okay.
That was my first gut reaction when I first said it earlier. So let's go there.
Yeah. Amidst the parking garage, aside from most of the runners being gone, there is the Chester and the few Scorpion ships that you had brought alongside, along with the few Wasp ships as well.
that are all parked along with each other, kind of tucked away, hidden away from the view from outside of the parking garage.
Can you lay down the front seat in the Chester so you like recline the back one and then basically have a bed?
Yeah, why not?
I put that in myself. I'll just go on the outside of the Chester and kind of lean up against it.
I like that you sighed right into the microphone. It was like a personal connection to you.
Carlisle, I don't know if you can hear me. I haven't forgot about you. I wish we were here right now. I wish that you could guide me in this moment. I need your guidance. I think I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. Famous has given me these powers and this opportunity for something that feels so much bigger than me, and I feel like I'm lost. I'm just lost. I wish we could have another conversation again. That goes for you too, Famous. What's my role? What is this? What's happening to me?
Make a religion check. Didn't know what I was touching, and then I was like, "That's his foot." I was 100% his foot.
For everybody at home,
I just caressed his foot.
at the end of saying make a religion check, he just
I thought it was the wood downstairs.
what?
For those at home, to really,
Yeah, let's just
there's a
stop
wooden
talking.
brace underneath our table, and that's what I thought I was footsying.
16.
A 16. As you stare up at the stars, you're taken back to the very first time you were ever in space. And you were dead. When your throat and your wrists had been slit, and Cognan Dustfinger had left you behind for carry-on. And you remember Carlisle putting his jacket around your shoulders. And then you remember you and Carlisle exploring Grey Grim Island. Not necessarily exploring Grey Grim Island, but waking up the day after getting there to the panic screams of the people outside. And immediately, you and Carlisle springing into action, stating to the both of each other, "You guys are heroes today." And you remember specifically putting your life on the line, facing down those Neogi, fighting for your life, putting your life on the line for the innocents on Grey Grim, for the children specifically. You remember all the rumors that spread throughout Torvengard after that. How Carlisle brought an angel to fight alongside him and protect the people of Torvengard. Then you remember the change you've made to Vistrotar. Not only mending the bonds between the tribes, but completely eliminating the threat that was posed against them. And you're taken back to all these times where you not only restored order back to situations, but peace, tranquility, and more than anything, hope with each person. And then, as kind of like a final nail in the coffin, you're shown glimpses of the faces of all the individuals that, for all intents and purposes, you slaughtered here on Tabos. All of the not the harvesters, sorry, all of the dust devils that you'd fought against and taken down entirely. You see the glimpses of fear in their eyes as you see from their perspective what you look like. Eyes fogged over with black, nothing but pure malice and destruction as you tore through them. And then you're taken back to right where you are, leaning against the Chester, asking for guidance, asking for one last conversation with Carlisle, or even for Bemis to pipe up in your thoughts. And for the briefest of moments, the duster that you have worn since you first met Carlisle feels a lot heavier around your shoulders.
I'll look left and then look right. Thanks, buddy. I can't believe. What am I doing? I think I just look back at the stars in the sky until I just drift off to sleep.
Okay, absolutely. And with that, you can take a long rest. Leading us into the 25th of Mentir. You wake up to the warmth of the Chester itself. You're basically sitting in a metal can with windows above you. And as the sun rises up in the sky, it starts to heat itself up, and you kind of wake up in that sweaty nap. But the warmth...
I probably had it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably nice and cool during...
Okay, yeah, and it'd be very cool at night, especially up here, kind of like in an elevated position in the parking garage. It's still getting warmer. The heat of the day is starting to set in,
Absolutely.
So you wake up with a sweat already. But it's kind of one of those moments where that rest felt like it was years in the making and needed more than you would imagine. The morning is yours. You're currently alone. Actually, make a perception check as well.
9.
9, okay. You don't notice anything?
Nope, I guess I'll go find my way back down into the safe house.
Okay.
Catch breakfast and hopefully see how the other crew did.
As you go down for breakfast, there's, again, just a very rudimentary cut and dry meal put together. Immediately, you do see Brent walking around, doing typical Brent things. He's 100% the face of this organization, and he fills that role to a T. He's charismatic and caring, and he's going around and talking to every single person that is sitting down and eating. striking up a conversation, until finally he looks up and he sees you from across the way. And he nods and he smiles. And at some point when you get your food and sit down, he finds his way over to you. Karson, good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm not doing bad. How are you? How'd it go?
It got pretty dicey, I can tell you that.
Did it, really?
But it was a success.
Good.
The tricky part was really disengaging from them. Once we had attacked, they were mad. And we fled. Didn't anticipate those large metal skidders to be that quick. But luckily there was a sandstorm that kicked up and we were able to take the cover of the sandstorm. We did lose a crew. One of the runners and 5 individuals did not make it back to the rendezvous. Behind us, after we had got away from the skidder, we did start to hear the roar of a whole fleet of runners breaking into the desert. But we think from the cover of the sandstorm, we are in the clear.
Okay.
We made our tracks as if we were to head north. And then once we were far enough away, we took the longest path around.
Okay.
Got here, honestly, we got here about 2 hours ago.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about the other ship, the other runner.
I'm hoping they turn up today. That's all I have is hope.
Well, they
Right?
could have waited, right?
They could
It's
have.
possible.
Could have gotten lost in the sandstorm. They'll be back.
Okay. Well, now that we have a skidder, what do we do?
Right, oh man. I didn't even think about the fact that you were... How did your mission go?
Quite successful. We lost a few men, unfortunately, but overall, quite well.
Exactly as we anticipated then.
Yes. It's just south of town at the moment.
Good, good.
Still intact, still in great condition, as well as all its cargo. And let me tell you, we made out quite well.
Is that so?
I'm not quite sure how much of the glass is in there, but a very large volume of glass. Weapons and ammunition that are in very good condition. Pretty good general supplies too. Most of them are worn, but there's a couple of things in there.
Good, good. That sounds like a resounding success.
Yes.
You asked next steps. The council was going to meet this morning. I'm glad you're here. If you'd like to be part of that conversation,
Yeah, absolutely.
of course. We can finish up breakfast and then go find them. They'll be waiting.
Very good. Let us do it.
You guys finish up your breakfast. Eventually, at some point, you do see Seamus come through, grab breakfast. Sorry, and come sit with you as well. And Brent kind of nods to him and has a brief conversation with him. Before too long, Brent stands up and he says, "Well, ready?"
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay. You head back towards where you'd previously found them all in that kind of larger cistern area. All 5 of them are present. Brent bringing in the final 6, as well as yourself. What do you do with Seamus at the moment?
I mean, he can tag along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Brent kind of like eyes him at some point. He says, "Now, Seamus, son, you do understand the gravity of what we'll be talking about here, right?" "Of course I do. I know what's at stake. And you know none of this can leave this, right? We know that if any word gets out, where the leak come from, you understand, correct?" James goes, "Do you think I'm an idiot? Of course I know." "Got it. Well, here we are." And you guys head into the cistern, finding the 5. Once again, as soon as you enter into their vicinity, you enter into a bubble of silence. The The few people that are there, Bella, the kind of like middle-aged female, seated. Samson, that dark, brooding individual, standing just over her shoulder. Midge, an older lady, seated down. And then Harmon, a young male, sitting at the table as well, spry. And then the final individual, Cecil, he, as you kind of take his appearance in, you notice that he's definitely been beat up a time. Like as you're standing and you're approaching, you see the glint of metal in place of his feet. Both of his feet are missing, replaced with some kind of mechanical apparatus. And you've also noticed that you've never heard him talk, but he's just kind of always there. But aside from that, you also note there's a lot of fingers missing on one hand, specifically, that have all been replaced by metal constructs.
Okay.
But once you enter in, all eyes turn to you, and Brent starts the meeting. He says, "Well, we have good news and bad news. As many of you have heard already, we did lose one runner crew last night. We're not sure what happened to them, but the hopes are high that they'll turn up. We do believe we successfully diverted their attention towards the north, hoping that all of their ire, excuse me, is brought upon the harvesters as we had planned. And Karson here," and he kind of taps you on the back, "has good news as well, if you don't mind, Karson."
Yes, of course. As a few of you may know by now, we successfully were able to, retrieve a skidder of our own, have it in our possession, and it comes along with it several very nice amenities.
One of them, Bella pipes up and she says, "What exactly are those amenities?"
Like I told you yesterday, a large volume of glass, weapons, ammunition, potentially some other things in the storage as well. But those I think are the most important that I know of.
She kind of looks around to the rest of them, and she says, "Cecil, would you mind checking into all of that? Taking inventory, seeing that the skid is up and running, possibly just finding out what you can about him." He nods. Midge pipes in at that point. She says, "So what are our next plans?"
Well, that's what we're here to discuss. Where do we hit next? How do we start to enact this plan?
Brent pipes in. Brent says, "Well, I do think this would be a good opportunity to take the Dust Devils off their guard. There was obviously a large attention drawn to the harvesters. Hopefully, if they do capitalize on that, and if I know their track record, they are going to go after the harvesters. Some kind of retaliation.
Okay.
We can strike whenever they are distracted. We can strike into the city whenever their guard is lower. We can pursue them and just take them out wholeheartedly. We can just see how the cookies crumble at the end of the day.
Yes.
Really, I'm in the boat of chasing them down." Midge pipes up and she says, "I am as well. We need to make sure that the Dust Devils take the hit they need, not just the harvesters." Harmon pipes up, the younger male, and Harmon says, I think we need to lie low. Let everything shake out. Let the harvesters deal their own damage to each other. The Dust Devils harvesters, they can take each other out, and then we can be safe. Recover, continue to grow, capitalize on everything that you've brought to us." Cecil nods enthusiastically. And then, let's see, sorry. Bella pipes in, and she no, sorry, actually it's Samson that pipes in for one of the first times you hear him speak. He kind of has a low, gravelly voice. He looks very kind of like Aragorn, like a hood-drawn, gruff, kind of like scruffy-looking individual that likes to stick to the shadows. And he says, "I think we need to strike into the city. Figure out what's exactly going on behind those walls, what their resources look like. They'll be distracted, reeling from whatever we've just done to them. They could be on high alert, so we're going to have to do it tactfully. We need to find a way in the city, though." Bella agrees to him. So, in the grand scheme of things, of the 6 individuals, there's 3 schools of thought. Samson and Bella are in the train of getting into the oasis, the walled cities, which you would know just from their information and you flying overhead. There's 5 individual oases spread throughout this larger walled city. Bella and Samson say, let's strike into there, see what's going on, see what we can't do, what kind of resources we can gather, what kind of information. Brent and Midge say to go after the Dust Devils, capitalize on exactly what's happening, and stamp out their largest force if they can. Because based off their reaction from the Skitters, or from when the second Skitter was attacked, now that another Skitter has not shown up, and all clues lead to the Harvesters, they both think that there's going to be something going on in the air.
Okay.
And then the last school of thought is to simply wait it out. That would be Harmon and Cecil. Both of them are in the boat of, let's take all the resources that we have gathered and the people, and let's get our feet underneath ourselves. Let's get an actual resistance built up instead of trying to take it in stride. Let's hit the ground running. Let's make sure we are prepared for whatever is to happen here.
Okay.
With all that being said, they look to you. Seamus, you hear him mutter under his breath, and he says, I think we need to be taking the fight to the Dust Devils. Show them what we really are. Show them that we're not to be stamped out.
Give me a little bit to deliberate on this. I don't want to make a brash decision. We want to make the right decision. Let me think about this for a second.
We'll think as well.
Yes, of course.
How long would you like?
Let's make a decision by tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
At least have an idea of where we would like to go.
Perfect.
And we'll explore that then.
As we will.
Okay.
Any other plans for the day? As he talks to the others, Harmon pipes up and he says, me and Cecil were going to go out to the skitter that Karson had acquired. We're going to take inventory of the resources, see what kind of abilities the skitters have.
Yes.
See what we can't learn from it and maybe apply to some of the things that we've captured.
There are 2 gentlemen on that ship that either need to be killed or taken out to the desert several days and let go.
Brent talks and he says, how do you mean?
There's 2 prisoners on there.
Prisoners that they had, or
That we took.
crew of the skitter?
Yes.
I would very much like to talk to them.
Please do. I think their liability. Be warned that if they get free, it could jeopardize everything.
Right. And they're on the skitter right now.
Yes.
You think that's a safe place to keep them for the time being?
And for the time being, they don't know where they are other than being in the skitter. So, yes.
Better there than here.
Yes, of course.
I'm Cecil Harmon. I'm going to accompany you to the skidder. Samson, why don't you accompany us as well? Silent nod from the brooding individual. Thank you, Karson.
Of course. Thank you.
Anything else we need to know about that skidder?
Takes 2 to pilot.
Really?
Yes, 1 in the front, 1 in the rear. They work in tandem. So,
That's good to know. We'll head that out. We'll head out that way here just around high noon, and we'll all reconvene here tomorrow morning right after breakfast.
okay, very good. Let it be. Good luck.
And with that, the bubble of silence disappears from around you. You hear the slight din of noise throughout the rest of the cavern. Conversations being had down many of the other tunnels. And everybody kind of stands up and goes about their business. Seamus looks at you and he says, I don't think we should be waiting.
A day won't hurt anything.
Right.
If we potentially have an opportunity to meet these vultures, I want to take it.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah. So I want that opportunity. And it gives them a little bit more time to get comfortable with the skidder itself. So,
Well, you know better than I.
we're just trying our best. That's all that matters. All right. What to accomplish today?
Did praying work for you last night?
A little bit, yeah.
It felt weird. I've never had to ask for help. There's never been anybody to offer me help. Never even thought to just talk to no one. I talked to Perdona, I think. I don't know. That's who I prayed to, at least. I want change here. When you said she was the goddess of change, I said, sure. Let's make it happen. I don't know if it worked. I didn't hear anything. I guess we'll see. We'll see what changes.
I'm proud of you.
Whatever.
It's something.
Something.
Good job, Seamus.
So what are we doing?
I don't know. I think ultimately, let's help around here today and that meeting tonight. We can call it a meeting, but we'll see.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to figure out why there's no music in the background. Oh, it just paused randomly.
It paused.
As you guys head back into the larger portion of the sanctuary, you see several individuals kind of tucked off into corners, looking pretty banged up. And it looks like those are the people that went off with the other skidder crews. Definitely a scuffle happened of some semblance, but seemingly, aside from that one crew that didn't return, everybody is in okay shape. There's some people that are definitely looking like they took some serious wounds, but most importantly, you see Pizor going between each individual and healing them one by one by one. The amulet of Tiara in hand, praying over them, passing his healing waters over each one of them individually, saying a prayer with them, and then moving on to each individual.
I leave and go to the place where we will overwatch that market. And I'm going to sit there all day.
Oh, the market from across.
Where the vulture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. You sit there for the entire of the day. The sun, Seamus with you, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. If he saw me leave, I just left.
Yeah. He'd pretty much just tag along with you at
Yeah.
any point. While he waits, or while you guys wait, he quizzes you about a lot of your history, where you learned to fight, where you learned to do everything, how you came to be where you're at. Just a billion questions.
Right.
Fill in the void. A lot of kind of like spoken in a harsh whisper. He gets up and kind of paces, shadow boxes for a long time, until finally the sun sinks low. And you guys are ready to go forward with that meeting. And as we head into that meeting, that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Okay. So we're right into it. Okay.
Yes. So this would be the evening of the 25th. Heading into the meeting with the vultures. And that is where we'll pick up for episode 58 of Commander's Log. Commander's Log! So,
He just echoed himself.
I did. Yeah, I had to.
Thanks,
It's
folks.
like a Pavlov reaction at this point. Yeah.
Thanks, folks, for tuning in to episode number 57. If you tuned in this far, a special thank you for watching till the very end. And if you haven't yet, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next Wednesday. We'll potentially see you on Saturday if you like looking at our faces. Folks, one last. See ya.
See ya.